Rule number 1, you have to be a critical thinker. Rule number 2, I would legally beat the sandals off that bitch, because that's just like the terrorists that attacked Japan's train stations. Look it up. A cult of what? Using developing souls to do evil and to harm other developing souls? Like what? You're not intellectual. There's no such thing as a god that would do harm. There's parasites giving a parasite the name God without earning that name, because if you're a god, you're intellectual. And when you're intellectual, you got compassion. Because you genetically know what you're made out of. You genetically know exactly what others are made out of. And you recognize your purpose on this planet. So there's a lot to talk about. If that parasite were to hypothetically, if Jesus were to hypothetically come back to this planet, this light spectrum, I would legally beat the sandals off that bitch. I would legally beat the sandals off of the idiot that made that fictional character. Yes, it's a fucking fictional character. Yes, it has a copyright. Yes, you can follow the copyright. Yes, you can find that. Yes, you can. So you see the effects of something. Something is negative. That means that what? You had to take legal action to remove something that clearly has showed its effects and what it's actually being used for. So yes, there's a lot of trash spellcasting energetic parasites that are to be legally sieged, will be legally sieged, are being legally sieged, starting in this U.S. melting pot, this age of Aquarius, age of information. And I will present the reason why that is happening to him. Because bitch, you left your crazy ass cult, that nasty parasitic book that invaded the minds of many underdeveloped souls and caused those underdeveloped souls to harm developing souls. And that made those souls that were exposed to that stagnant and ineffective in being responsible co-creators in their direct space. And that's a fact. Not once has any wars been stopped. Not once has corrupt radio stations been taken down that have corrupt frequencies that are not supposed to be allowed. Not once have certain trash spellcast energetic parasites been stopped, because that's not coming out of his pastor's mouth. That's just not. The bitch is not going to do something about the energetic parasites that have to get legally sieged. You're not doing nothing. You're just attempting to stagnate the movement by entrapping developing souls, and that's not being allowed any further in this age of Aquarius. So that trash illusionary book and all those pathetic, disgusting punk spellcasting energetic parasites are all getting legally sieged, starting in this U.S. melting pot, this age of Aquarius. Where is all that money going? Where is all that money going? That these corrupt spellcasting energetic parasites called quote-unquote pastors have been, what are they using the money for? We know, because they're funding NASA. They're giving the money to these certain reptilian energetic parasites that literally have made it obvious that they want to invade Mars and traumatize the developing souls in Mars. Guess what? If certain thought forms are not on Mars, and Mars is living in harmony, all the organisms in Mars are living in harmony with the planet, guess what those energetic parasites are going to do? They're going to get on that planet, and they're going to spread that toxic thought form that did not exist on that planet. It did not exist on that planet. And so what they want to do is place corrupted souls in specific humanoid bodies on that planet, so that then they can lie and say, oh, they were there and there was never any humanoid species on that Mars planet. Oh, they did it. What? So you see exactly what it is. And guess what? All reptilian energetic parasites are being legally sieged in this age of Aquarius. All trash spellcasting energetic parasites are all being legally sieged, starting in this U.S. melting pot in this age of Aquarius.
Please do yourself the favor and ask why someone is going this hard.
When those energetic parasites tricked humanoid species, a specific humanoid species, into enacting the Atlantic slave trade, what did they do? Distort information. Everywhere they go, distort information. Distort information. So, getting on distort information. They go to a different planet, they call it distort information. So, what? That trash rinse and repeat method is not working anymore. It's getting factually checked and legally sieged. Age of Aquarius. And so this is set for developing souls to become responsible co-creators. Do it because eventually you're gonna care for someone and you're not gonna want them to go through a horrible experience. So it starts with responsibility in yourself and your direct space. Age of Aquarius.
It's all about placing the right righteous souls in the proper positions. And you give me the chance to do so, I'm cleaning that bitch out. I'm cleaning all the shenanigans, all that garbage is getting cleaned the fuck out. What does that mean? All trash spell casting energetic prayers are getting legally sieged. All of those Satan worshipping corrupt spell casting energetic parasites are being legally sieged, starting this U.S. melting pot in this age of Aquarius. That's a fact. And guess what? Too many righteous souls are moving with the intention of that goal. We're not playing around. We're not fooling around. Like, that's really what it is. The trash business model schemes are all getting legally sieged. That trick knowledge is getting legally sieged. We're protecting these developing souls. So to any underdeveloped soul or any parasite with a parasitic mind state, follow the chain of command of where you got that toxic thought and what are the effects of that thought. Where is it actually going to lead you? So that you can have that chance to not become a parasite, because you will get legally sieged. And it's not a joke. It really isn't. It's not. This is that warning, that trumpet. You know what? When there was that, you know, when there were trumpets during wars where somebody would warn the populace, when Timberlane would warn the populace, not saying, oh, because Timberlane was corrupt. So he did things for the wrong reasons. But us righteous souls are bringing the execution chamber for the right reason. And it's going to be public. Public eye is bringing the execution chamber to show there are consequences. There are consequences to corruption. There's consequences to that corruption. There are consequences to corrupt thought forms. And all trash, Satan worshipping, spell casting, energetic parasites are all getting legally sieged, starting in this U.S. melting pot in this age of Aquarius. This is that trumpet right here to let y'all know. If you're with that bullshit, and depending on what you do, when you get caught, you're getting legally sieged. And it's not a joke. Trumpet, all the Satan worshipping trash, spellcast, and energetic parasites are all getting legally sieged, starting this U.S. melting pot in this age of Aquarius. Age of information.